Hey guys, this is TPW talking pro wrestling, and it is time for Best of the Super Junior results and predictions. So we'll start things off with results, which was the 10th night for B Block, most for the event. The event had more than just B Block matches, but for the actual tournament, that was the only thing that occurred. The Best of the Super Juniors 10th event was Wednesday, May 24th in Osaka for the Osaka Prefectural Gym number 2, in parentheses, Ideon Arena, Osaka, which the first matchup, Yuto Nakashima and Leo Rush took on Oscar Liube and Mike Bailey. Oscar defeated Yuto with the high cross body. The match time here was 6 minutes and 20 seconds. For the second matchup, which was a 20-minute time limit in a trios match, Taka Michinoku, Doki, and Taichi took on the House of Torture, which Evil won against Taka Michinoku with Evil, with a match time of 6 minutes and 49 seconds. Then for the third matchup in a 20-minute time limit in a tag team matchup, Ryusuke Taguchi and Kushida took on Titan and Hiromu Takahashi. Titan won against Ryusuke with springboard double stomp, with a match time of 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Well, now let's get to the actual Best of the Super Junior stuff. As the first block match of the night had Bushi take on Francesco Akira. A battle for pride saw Akira set to quick work, taking Bushi down with a plancha, but jamming his knee when leaping back into the ring. Bushi took advantage, punishing the hurt knee, but as Akira pushed through the pain to hit a smooth Tierras and crossbody for 2, Bushi went back downstairs to set up a brutal codebreaker, but a super kick swatted MX out of midair. Unable to hit the fireball with his hurt knee, though, Bushi went back to it, the knee, and won with a cross knee bar. So Bushi now has 2 wins and 7 losses for 4 points. Francesco Akira has 4 wins and 5 losses for 8 points. The match time here was 8 minutes and 44 seconds. Then for the 5th matchup, Dan Maloney took on Clark Connors, which again, every one of these matchups was a 30-minute time limit. A power junior fight between Connors and Dan Maloney got underway before the bell, with the two battling out among the people. A violent fight finally got into the ring, only for Maloney to be pitched right back out when the bell rang. Bloody hands Gato taking great delight as Connors got set for a spear on the floor. He would be stopped by a back body drop, however, and Maloney roared back with a drop kick and fisherman's driver for 2. Connors responded with a power slam and a pair of spears, but a wild Maloney grabbed at the throat and it brought both men outside. There, the Drilla rocked Connors with a gore to win via countout. So this matchup gave Dan Maloney 4 wins and 5 losses for 8 points, and Clark Connors having the same now, 4 wins and 5 losses for 8 points. The match time here was 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Then for the 6th matchup, Master Wato was first on the night to battle for a spot in the final hour as he took on Kevin Knight. The final 4, my bad. A high-level opening exchange led to a standoff, but it was Kevin Knight getting the first advantage with a high angle, flying armbar, and plancha. Setting to work on Wato's lower back, Kevin dished out effective punishment, but Wato responded with a leg lariat and a stunning tope con giro that delighted Wato's hometown crowd. Kevin twice tried to create distance from Wato, but found it closed quickly with a corkscrew uppercut and then Vendival, sending the Jet into the ropes. Suten Kaku was next on the agenda, but was denied. And when Kevin finally got the distance he needed, he took flight to push Wato to near 2 counts. The Upper Room Frankensteiner got another 2 for the Jet, and Sky High put Knight even closer. But Master Wato stopped the spike DDT and countered into the Suten Kaku to win this match. This matchup ultimately gave Master now 7 wins and 2 losses for 14 points, and Kevin Knight for 3 wins and 6 losses for 6 points. The match time here was 9 minutes and 32 seconds. Then for the 7th matchup, we saw Yo take on Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Yo was in full control of his destiny as he faces Yoshi Kanemaru, knowing he would advance to the Final Four with a victory. After attacking Yo after the bell the night before, it didn't take long for Yoshinobu to target Yo's knee, slamming it into the ring post and sitting back as the ref applied a 20 count. Yo got back in, the punishment continued, Yo struggling badly until finally hitting a drop kick and following up with a plancha. Gritting his teeth through the pain, Yo pushed through with offense, but was stopped on the top rope and rocked with a vicious knee breaker. Sacrificing his knee, Yo landed the DNV, but Kanemaru went back to that knee as Yo tried a dragon suplex and applied the figure 4. Yo scrambled, barely making the ropes, and escaped Kanemaru's moonsault follow-up, landing a suplex for 2. Yo set for direct drive, but was stopped with a leg lace roll-up for 3, ultimately eliminating Yo. So with all that gave Yo 6 wins and 3 losses for 12 points, and Kanemaru with 3 wins and 6 losses for 6 points. The match time here was 13 minutes and 22 seconds. And then finally, for the main event, we saw the main event of the opening, saw familiar foes in Robbie Eagles and El Desperado collide for a spot in the semifinals. Early exchanges of holds saw Desperado using his size to advantage before Eagles' speed and maneuverability had the edge. At a stalemate, the men decided to throw hands instead, and a chop exchange led to Desperado landing a shoulder tackle and targeting the knee. Desperado found the ropes quickly, and a spinebuster brought Numero Dos again, but an incredible Canadian destroyer got Eagles free. Both men badly hobbled. Eagles had the high ground as Desperado threw defiant drops, and then found a knee crusher as Osaka roared in delight. Just as Desperado looked to follow up, Eagles found the Ron Miller special and repeatedly pulled Desperado to the center, but his gutsy foe just barely forced a rope break. Eagles was in full control as he prepared in kicks for the prone Desperado until a midair dragon screw brought the sniper down. Guitarra del Angel connected for a Desperado 2, and when Eagles tried to counter Pinche Loco, a transition into Numero Dos saw Desperado 1 move ahead. Eagles tried to escape with another Canadian destroyer at the 20-minute mark, but was spiked with a bastard driver. The TMDK member was defiant with frantic kicks to El Desperado, but Numero Dos was locked in once more for the submission. So there you go there. El Desperado had 7 wins and 2 losses for 14 points. And Robbie Eagles had 5 wins and 4 losses for 10 points. The match time here was 20 minutes and 32 seconds. And El Desperado ultimately advanced here as well. So anyway, we'll go to the predictions for Best of the Super Juniors in just a little bit. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back, and it's time for Best of the Super Juniors' 11th night. 2 matches are what have been announced so far. I'm sure more will be announced, but it is just the semifinals for the Best of the Super Juniors event. This 11th event is taking place Friday, May 26th, at Tokyo for the Yoyogi second gymnasium. The first matches taking place, first of all, the first place of A block will take on the second place of B block, and the next matchup is the first place of B block taking on second place of A block. So the first place of A block was ultimately Mike Bailey. So Mike Bailey will take on the second place of B block, which in here is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Master Watto. So I think it's Mike Bailey versus Master Watto in this matchup. So yeah, there's that. We're just gonna go with that. Mike Bailey versus Master Watto. In this matchup, I see Mike Bailey getting the victory here. Again, also there is no time limit in these matches. And then for the second matchup, the first place of B block, which in this case is El Desperado. He will take on Titan, which in this matchup, I see Titan getting the victory over El Desperado. And I see him ultimately advancing on to take Mike Bailey in the finals of the Best of the Super Junior tournament. Well, there you guys go. That was it for the Best of the Super Junior stuff. Again, Collision coming your way next week, to talking about how I think it should be booked for the roster, titles, etc. But we'll see you guys next time right here on TPW. Good night, everyone.